you actually have all the skills and traits you need to be successful. What's up, guys? Jeff here. Today I want to talk to you about something that I remember from high school and actually college a little bit. One of the things that I really had a hard time with in school was application of knowledge, meaning I didn't know how to associate or apply what I was learning in, say, English. Right? I'm still pretty bad at English, but I couldn't really apply what I was learning in English to what I was doing in life, like real life. Now, in regards to something like math, though, math made a lot of sense because all of a sudden I could see like, hey, if I can learn math, I can learn how to count money, or I can do digits, or I can see things differently. The same thing kind of applied for science. But certain subjects still really eluded me. I never really understood them. Now today, I'm gonna help you understand something of yourself. And what I'm gonna help you understand is that you actually do possess every single skill, trait, and ability you need, or are thinking that you need to work on improving, you already have. It's just developed in the wrong thing. It's simple. You just don't know how to apply the knowledge that you have into the skill that you want to use, right? It's very easy. It's like me in high school. I was learning material, but didn't know how to use it in real life, so I didn't actually think I knew it, and I didn't do it. But the truth was I was doing it all the time. And now looking back, it makes sense. Like, oh wow, I was doing it. I just wasn't doing it right. I wasn't doing it in the right context. It's like playing football on a baseball field. It just doesn't work. So let me explain a little bit more, guys. Look at it like this. Every morning you wake up and you probably do the same 5 to 6 things. Now, why do I say this? Because those 5 to 6 things, no matter what they are, is some sort of routine and some sort of habit. Now, what are the 2 things that are really challenging for people to create? Routines and habits. So don't say you can't do it, because you already do it. You just need to learn to do it in the right context, right? Using the right frame for it, or putting it to work in the right way. Now, what's another problem that many people say that they have? I'm lazy. I don't have any energy. Now, guess what? The person that says that they're lazy is probably getting up and doing something with a lot of energy, right? Something. They're probably getting really excited, maybe about politics, or maybe they're getting really excited about, a new movie coming out. Well, guess what? It's just application in the wrong direction, right? So they're not lacking energy and they're not lazy. They're just lacking it in the right direction, okay? Now, what's another thing? They don't know the information or don't know how to apply it. Well, where do you not know information but still apply it? Probably in other areas of your life, right? So you're doing all these things in ways already. Basically, a way to think about this, guys, is that a flashlight shining a big beam can shine light on an area. But if all the light is directed down into a single laser beam, it can cut through material. It's really crazy how light from a big beam can be narrowed down to cut through something. So focusing of attention. Now, again, when you can start realizing that you have the skills, you no longer believe that you don't have them. And this is an important trait to know right away too, because when we know we have the ability to do something, we're more likely to do it. Now, guess what? You've been told that you can't do something all your life, or can't do things all your life. And most likely you believe some of those stories. But the truth is you can. You just, again, have never been shown the ways that those stories are impacting you in the ways that they need to. So again, are you telling yourself you're lazy, but then getting up and doing things for your friends and family with a lot of energy? Then you're not lazy. You just are not directing your beam of light on the right spot or concentrating it, right? You haven't been able to develop the skill of learning and applying to the right things. Another great way to think about this, guys, is I watch a show called Ridiculousness. And the other day on this show, there was a person that was really, really talented. He was really talented. This person could ride a unicycle while juggling, and I think he was playing some sort of musical instrument like a harmonica. Now, that's 3 very unique and different and difficult skills. Now, to be honest, I'm impressed by that. But to be real honest, the world is not, okay? So think about it like this. Those are 3 very hard skills, but he's never going to be, in terms of life, successful based on them. Now, again, if he could apply those skills, that ability to educate himself, the ability to focus, the ability to learn a skill, a trait, a new action, that actually carries over some unique ability that is profitable, he would be very, very rich. Now, the reason I'm using this context is just to put it into a different frame of light, okay? Doesn't mean that you have to value life based on wealth or money, but it's just simply a way of seeing how an application of a lot of skills doesn't necessarily carry over to the actual results of life. So again, where are you making really good actions? They're just the wrong side of the action. You can almost think of everything like a light and a dark, right? That's why in Chinese symbols, there's yin and yang, because there's a good and there's a bad. There's a light and there's a dark. There's always an opposite to everything. So if you can simply see things as the opposite of your belief right now, you'll probably change a lot of what's happening around in an instant, because you're looking at things from a different perspective, and that different perspective shows you aren't lazy. It shows you that you have the ability to do the things you commit to. It shows you that you don't lack the skill. It shows you that you do have the time. It shows you that you do have the possibility of success. It's just you've been focusing it in the wrong areas, like I was in school. I wasn't able to apply the information in a way that made tangible sense for me to then use that skill that I was learning in school and say, wow, I understand it and I used it right. Instead, I was just using it and I wasn't using it right. But now I've understood that better, and you can now too. So where in your life are you currently telling yourself stories that actually are true, but you're just telling them in the wrong light? You're telling yourself that you don't have this ability, yet you do that ability in something. So use that same ability to do what you know you need to do, okay? If you wake up every morning at 6 a.m., that's a habit and a routine. Now use it because you have the ability to create habits and routines. If you are able to, check your phone 100 times a day, well, guess what? You have the ability to be diligent and pay attention to things, right? So guess what? Use that diligence and attentiveness to pay attention to the things that really do matter. Facebook doesn't. Maybe your MyFitnessPal does, right? So it's very simple. Just shifting the way you see yourself, and the actions that you take can align the things that you're doing to a better path that gives you the results that you want while achieving success. And stop wasting all your energy doing stuff that doesn't give you the fruition of life and enjoyment that you want and the results that you want. It's really easy, right?